Okay, I think I am online now. I'm just setting up my comment section. So bear with me one more second. Okay, I think I see the comments. I see everyone. I see you. And hopefully the feeling is mutual so you can hear me and you can see me. I'll be verifying this in a second. Yes, okay, excellent. Hello and welcome to, well, a live stream on a short notice. Why on a short notice? Because I'm swamped with everything. But I received a Laser Master, ORTUR Laser Master 3, which is a 10-watt engraving machine. So I thought, since I have to assemble it, it's nice to have a company, and, well, apparently you make a great company anyway, so that's why I started the live stream. So hello to everyone. I'll be, let me switch over to live chat, because it keeps selecting top chat, and I want a live chat, so I could talk to you. It's like live rather than, I don't know, the top chaps. Okay, so what we're doing today, we're gonna kick off things. Oh, let me grab the box. Oh, this is a really big box. Look at this. This is a Laser Master 3, which being kindly provided me by Geekbuying. And I'm gonna include the link to that machine and to Geekbuying, so you could check it out. Now, this is a 10-watt machine, 10-watt laser machine. One thing to notice, this is a diode laser, it's not like a CO2 laser, so the watts from CO2 lasers, they don't translate the same way as the watts from the diode lasers, so something to bear in mind. But considering the fact that I already assembled two or three, I think 3 5-watt machines, they're very capable, and if you know what you're doing, you can cut stuff and you can engrave things even in metal. So, without further ado, let's get this baby started. Let's get it on my very, let's say, professional bench. It's just a folded table, and we will be able to kind of, oh, maybe I'll just show you the laser. Oh, here you go. That's the laser here. So this is it. I might be able to copy this, and put it on the chart for you guys. Paste. You can get it here. Alright. The price for it is 626, which is the most expensive laser from ORTUR I've been playing with, and I'll tell you if it's worth it. Now, there are a couple of things. Let's start with the smaller box, because there is a second box that arrived in here as well, and I'm kind of curious what that is. I have some expectations because I kind of opened it, but I'm kind of curious what that is. Let's switch over the camera so you can see everything. I think this way you'll be able to see everything. Should I maybe point the camera a little bit higher? That will give you a better viewing experience. Oh, like this. You can see my Raspberry Pi mug in here. Alright, let's get it out. So, this is a bed. This is actually the bed for laser cutter, which is nice because all previous laser cutters arrived without bed. So you would have to use, I use some stainless steel pieces like these to prevent burning anything that I had underneath the laser. You can also buy a separate enclosure to keep everything inside, but let's have a look and see what they've sent it in here. So we have those are 3M strips and some guides. We're totally gonna wing it without instructions in it. That's how I roll. Oh, I like this. This is a guide that you can align your work. So you are getting alignment tool, which is nice. I'm kind of looking forward to this then. There are some more stuff hidden away in here. So I think there are frame elements. I'm just going to be throwing stuff on the floor because I don't care. I'm gonna clean it up later. Okay, is there anything else? No. Just now the big pieces. So you have how many ones? 5 big pieces of the bed. They have like those ridges. In here, I don't know if you can see it well, but the ridges are sticking out, so you'll be able to see this. Sorry, dropped the keyboard. Good evening. That's fine, Johnny. It's, well, no, I'd say that happened to me. It didn't. I never dropped my keyboard because I have a big desk and it's very hard to actually drop the keyboard. But do we need instructions or can we figure this out? There was a nice picture in here, so we can just kind of look at the picture like this and try to figure out where it is. So I know this bit and this bit. They're just going to be like here, and you can align your work, which is nice, 90 degrees. And this strip is just cushion, so it doesn't make a noise when you put stuff on it, and those are fragments, side fragments that keep everything in place. Those chamfered screws, so it should be pretty straightforward, and that just slides over it at the end, so like this. Alright, so that should be pretty straightforward. I bet we're gonna start with these ones, and you can just simply slot them in any way you want. Do I have to remove the corners? Yes, I have to remove those plastic corners, so those were just for security. And then you just align stuff in here. They are threaded, you get a screw, you drive the screw, and the job is a good one. Let me grab my fancy screwdriver. Is the camera tracking me? Now it's tracking me. I don't think it was tracking me before. Let's test it. Yeah, it is tracking me. Yeah, good. Right, so let's build a, like having a dedicated bed. I actually like this because, like I said, aligning your work and making sure you don't burn through it. This is made of, I guess, anodized metal. It has those ridges. Those ridges are going to be helpful because when you orient a laser, you have to focus the laser, and the main laser power is going to be at the focus place. And if you have ridges, this basically moves your bed outside of the focus area, and that way you don't burn your whatever is underneath the your work, and yeah, you can use it for longer. And since it's metal, you're not going to burn it through. So I like this thing. I'm actually, if you know, I'm still working on my laser cutter with the big one, which is like, it's going to be 80 watts when I finish with it. I'm very close to the next episode. So you probably want, if you're interested in laser engraving and you want to see if you should restore your laser cutter, like buy a broken one and see how complicated it is to rebuild it from scratch. That's basically what I'm doing in my garage. I show you then some pictures later on. Okay, is there like an order? I think there is an order. You just kind of like align them. There's a small groove which you can kind of slot them inside. They work like, you know, the wood panels for your floor. So it's okay. I'm digging this concept, and it's actually, I don't know how much the bed it costs. You will send to me with it. Probably when I'm going to review it properly, I'll tell you a little bit more about it. But I like this. It gives me a confidence that whatever I'm burning, it's not going to end up engraved into my table or whatever. It was a bit sketchy when I was doing it in conservatory on a very not posh table, but it wasn't a cheap table, and I was constantly worried. It's like, I need a proper surface, I need a proper surface. So yeah, that was my main concern. So guys, tell me in the chat, how are you doing? If you're working on something, I'm quite happy to hear from you. And near the end of this live stream, which I anticipate is going to be around an hour, I'm going to give you some snippets on what else I'm working and what you should expect in the next 2 weeks. And I know I've been quiet recently because I've stretched myself too thin, to be honest. I had a lot of things to do, and it progressed a little bit slower than I would like. And well, I wasn't posting as much as I wanted, but at some point I'm just gonna flog you with all that content I've been working on, because I was working on like 10 different videos at the same time. And the progress with that is very slow. You know, you might sit like 2-3 hours on something, and because you're working on a couple of things at the same time, you're only essentially contributing to a single project like half an hour. So that's why it's been a little bit quiet. But I promise you guys that you're going to be showered with the content very soon. And there's also a surprise that's coming, maybe not to the channel itself, but to you as a viewer, because I'm working with someone on the new content, and I really hope you're going to like it. So that's a bit of a secret, but that's going to be released probably in a week or so, and I'll be able to talk about it. So never a quiet day in the land of NotEnoughTECH. Okay, we have 2 more screws, and yeah, if you want to know what's the screwdriver I'm working with, it's very nice and handy for things like that, so do check it out. In the description you're going to find a link to it. Although I am running out of charge because I forgot to charge it. Okay, so those align nicely. Then all I have to do is pop this over, align the screws, and keep on screwing the screws. Now that's going to be a little bit faster because I can just put the screw in, quickly drive the screw, and move to the next available hole. What do you have planned for this device? Actually, since I'm going to have a big laser cutter, I'm not 100% sure yet what I'm going to do with this. One of the obviously requirements is the space, right? I don't want to not waste the space, but I could engrave on a big laser cutter as well. Now, I'm thinking about mounting it on the wall like a painting, so you could have clamps for your work, and then it's on the wall, so it doesn't take any space, and you can just, you know, engrave in that kind of orientation, which should limit the space. Now, for the review, apart from the review, one of the things I really want to do, I don't know if you know about Midjourney. Midjourney is the AI that generates super cool images, and I would like to try this. And one of the reasons I would like to try this is because it's an excellent tool to generate some cool customized artworks for your wall. So if you have like wood and you want to engrave something, you could say to Midjourney, hey, give me an image of this, I don't know, beautiful teddy bear on riding a bicycle in a very detailed forest, and it will create amazing images. And the best bit is, like, you'll be first to have it, because all the images, unless you're in like a heavy paid plan, they open to public, so someone else will be able to copy it and take it for their wall. But yeah, you'll be first to have that on your wall. And if you ever wanted to have your own design, but you didn't know how to design something because you don't have a skill, but you have a technical skill to, you know, engrave something, then I think Midjourney is an excellent choice where you... I'm an artist, so I'm really gonna hate myself for saying that. But you know, you don't have to pay an artist to create a custom artwork, which is often very expensive. And you don't have to settle for something that is just, you know, off the shelf, a print that everyone else can have. So I would like to see if I can come up with a cool idea with Midjourney of a theme, and maybe do a series of different designs on it and try to engrave it. I think that would be really nice collaboration between an engraving, which is something repetitive, and like AI used for designs. So that is it. So we have those big screws in here, which should probably go on each side, yes. So this is to, probably before I go with, no, that should be fine. So I can just immobilize this in place. Now there will be a bit of skew to control on here, because obviously you have to make sure your plate is kind of parallel to your work and everything's aligned. So you can kind of create an angle, but that's okay because you can use those lines in here to create the alignments. And this goes underneath it here, and you have another thumb screws to control where it is. That was a really nice 10-minute job, or is it on the live stream? I didn't even notice that. About 7 minutes, I guess. Or is it 13 minutes? Oh, longer than I expected actually. So 10 minutes assembled for this. No, we don't want this very tight because you want to move this across like this and up. So when you have your work, like I have a piece of wood in here, I can create a repetitive pattern. Oh no, I probably should use this at this end, like that, because it will like this, see? I can create a point in which I can fix my working surface in one position, and when I finished with the design and I want two of these, you can just get another plane, put it in here, and I know everything is aligned. So if you already, let's say you're working with a tile and you want to engrave a ceramic tile, so you obviously want everything to be really aligned in the middle, that's the way to go. Okay. So the last thing that left, it was to use the 3M tape to create you with like non-slip pads, which just go over here to the side, then nicely cuts to length. So let's see if I can kind of align this without making it uneven and not straight. That's the big challenge. Metal business cards. Metal. I don't think you will. You can engrave the metal business cards, but I don't think you would be able to cut the metal. That's one of the limitations of engraving. It's very difficult to cut the metal, regardless of the power of your laser cutter. Even with CO2, it's still challenging. You need something like plasma to do it. But if you have a pieces of metal that is already pre-cut, let's say you did it on a router or something, then yeah, you could just pop them in, align them, and create a really easy way to, you know, get your metal business cards. Now the disadvantage of metal business cards is like if you're gonna carry like 5 of them, you will quickly know that you're carrying your 5 pieces of metal in your pocket. And make sure you debore all the edges. Okay. Alright, and let's see, let's get rid of this mess. Yeah, that's how you do it. Yeah, that's really well. It could work from both orientations, so you could clamp it from the top, clamp it from the bottom. I think that would work very well. Okay, so we have ourselves a bed, an engraving bed. With that said, let's move to the main challenger of today, and I need a knife. I haven't actually opened it yet, so let's do just that. Let's pop the box open. Try not to spill the coffee. This table isn't the most stable table. One day I will invest in the proper workbench in here, or just move everything to garage. I've cleaned up my garage. I actually have a space to work in the garage, which is nice. Hello, Lavesh. I hope I'm pronouncing this well. I'm just going to put it on the floor because otherwise I'll have no space to take things out. Let's see how complicated it is to assemble. We have some instructions. Who need the instructions? There is a certificate on conformity, which is CTC, cycle testing certificate, and some C-Labs laser safety glasses certificate. We're going to get our arms burned, that's for sure. We have a nice organizer with screws. And not many screws actually, so that's what, there's a key. And there's the security key. Interesting. And we have one side of the laser. That's actually really nice. It's very light. It doesn't look like it, but this is super light, guys. This is like, I don't know, maybe 400 grams, maybe something like that. So you have a key in here, you have a power here, emergency stop. Doesn't feel cheap. Honestly, I have to say that does not feel cheap. I know I said it's 626 quid to pay, but at the same time, this doesn't feel cheap at all. Interestingly, this is the front of the device. Like the buttons are on the inside of the laser. I'm curious on how that's gonna work. So this is it's slightly heavier, this one, because it has a stepper motor inside. We can feel this with the stepper motor. It's exactly the same. So this is probably. And we have a switch, a very handy switch for your rotational axis. So that's here. This has a much better build quality than any ORTUR I've played with so far. So I'm really positive about this so far. What else do we have? We have a gantry. So the gantry is pre-assembled. We're honestly gonna have a very minimal build on this. We have a power supply, so let's not muck about and leave that to the floor. What else we have? We have another bit to assemble. And there's must be another one like this. Those are like really nice custom made aluminium extrusion profiles. They're nice because they're custom, but if unlike the other ORTURs, you won't be able to extend this because those profiles are custom. So that's the disadvantage of it. We have some cables, which we're gonna leave it in a box for later. There is a engraver head, which we can open. Nice little engraver head. And this is built in here. And this is your alignment tool or focus tool. I like this. It's small, easy, and simple to use. So you will be able to drop the laser with this and hide this, and it can start going. Very nice, very clever. I can see what you're paying for right now. So comparing to the older engravers, I can see the degree of the quality. And now the coolest thing to do is obviously to put your specs on, and the world becomes orange. Do I look like a Bono? I look like a Polish version of Bono in UK. What else have we been doing? We have some samples, a brush, a couple of zip ties, okay, and another power cable, and some data cable. That's going to be last. Some sleeving, I guess. That's the sleeving. And Wi-Fi. This has Wi-Fi, I guess, because there's a Wi-Fi antenna. We have air assist pneumatics. So this is a flow controller that looks like 4mm, maybe 6mm tubing for if you want to run air. So that's already included. I don't think air is included in here now, but you have accessories to actually connect your device to the thing. So do we have any, like? You'll have to get a nozzle, because this nozzle doesn't look like it can take any air unless from the top. Oh, it takes the air from the top, so you can just get compressor, plug it in, and you are good to go. Oh, very nice. That option required a much DIY when you were working with previous laser engravers. So that's super points I actually like, because it will make your life easier. What do you find more interesting, laser cutters, engravers, or 3D printers? Well, it depends what you're doing. Like laser cutter and engraver is laser cutter or engraver and 3D printer is basically the same machine. Obviously, one cuts things, the other one uses the additive manufacturing to add it. Now, for the most part, additive manufacturing is easier. However, take a look at this. Don't dismiss lasers. You could make this box. This is my old Raspberry Pi NAS, which is right now gutted. We still have 3 drive. It's all made from 5mm acrylic. You could make it on something like this. Now, cutting 5mm acrylic is going to take you a little bit more time, but honestly, to cut all the shapes and everything, and you have to say this looks actually pretty cool. It has like obviously little bit sharper edges, mostly because of my design rather than anything, but it's not a bad looking thing, box to store something. So there are benefits to running laser engraver than 3D printer. And the usual finish of stuff that you do with a laser engraver or laser cutter, it's nicer because you don't have lines. Everything is nice and kind of like smooth, and it's down to your design. But you're gonna be limited to how you want to drive your design and stuff like that. So that is 3D printer is more easy to work because you can just design a 3D design. As long as your printer can print it, you will have no problem with it. So each device has their own benefits. That's what I would say. So we're going to leave this for later, the last. This is front, this is, we probably want to look at least a picture on the instructions, right? I had the instructions somewhere. I'm just trying to frantically find, there it is. So gantry, I don't think the gantry has to go now. Because it rolls on the top, you only have, it rolls here, so the gantry has to go like this. Yeah, so the gantry has to go straight away. It's actually quite low. I like this. Now let's figure out if those are symmetrical and stuff like that. But last time I put the gantry other way around, and that was not a happy experience. So let's kind of take a look at here. So according to this, that's going to be our front, because the stepper motor should be on this side, according to the picture, and that should be linking to this. That's going to drop, that's going to drop. Please do not drop, please stay there, please stay there, please stay there, please stay there. That's a testament how nicely this rolls. Okay, let's start with the front then. I'll put this somewhere here, try to make myself a bit of space. But it rolls really nicely. It's not as tall as the other engravers. Actually, I like it. What can I say? It's only about 200 quid more expensive than other Laser Masters. However, you will end up with better, not print head, but you know, this laser head. So it's definitely something to consider depending on your circumstances, but this is how you do it. So we need to flip it over and then drive individual screws. Now the question is, where do I drive my belt and how soon I mount my belt? So we can actually remove this and drive the gantry from the other side when we have both pieces mounted. So I'll give us a little bit more space. Now I need to flip this. They look very symmetrical, so perhaps the googles. Hello Ed, how are you doing? Alright, so it goes like this, and it just you just have to drive a screw. Now I have to hold it in place because there is a stop, so it's not exactly the easiest way to do it, but you need one of these, and we have tools here provided, but for the sake of being fancy, I'm going to use my own tools because I have the nice tools. Ah. Okay, so that just goes here like this. That's not going to be a very long job, I think, like 20 minutes, and you should, if you follow instructions, it's going to be like 20 minutes. If you follow me, it's going to be 40 minutes. So, you know, your experience may vary. Okay, so we have this already. We could jump to the other side, but first we need to drive down. So these little things, those where your wheels go, I think. This is where your wheels go for your belts, right? Tension, so you can tension your belts. They have belt tensioners. That is actually sweet. So, okay, you know what, something tells me we're going to end up using instructions. So the belts are driven from here. Let's have a look and see if there was no, that was a cable that was in the belt. So I need to drive the belt in here and drive the belt in here. Okay, probably should have started from this end, but let's open this magical device and see what they recommend. Let's do this. So they actually say that you should start with rear assembly and drive your belt through through this here. How do you drive it? On the inside. Yeah, there is an inside in here. Okay. All right. Well, let's follow the instructions. Otherwise, we're gonna be here forever. So I told you that if you're gonna follow me, then well, you're not going to. This is a bit awkward. This assembly. I think I'm missing something. Let's follow the instructions. We'll see what happens, because some high tech going, and they actually hidden belts and hidden a lot of things. So I'm liking this. It makes the setup a little bit less straightforward without instructions. So because I need to follow the terrible thing, I'm gonna ruin my reputation. So they told you to get a belt. So let's grab a belt, which was somewhere here. No belt. That is not belt. That is some cloth. I could swear I've seen the belt somewhere. Ah, there it is. Who needs instructions? So I need instructions, that's the problem. Okay, we should have two belts. Oh, they already closed as well, so how is it? So I kind of have to hook them here. Timing belt covers. So yeah, you should be, oh god, this is awkward. You can probably remove that cover. Do I have to remove the cover? Can I just, oh no, you can just hook it, it's fine. I thought it was going to be harder, but that was actually okay. So we have one of these, right, and they go underneath this. Can't go in here because, well, this. on the other side, so they need to go like underneath this. And there should be a wheel here, so it's kind of like that. No, this is not the one. Okay, this is tough. Are the belts going inside this? Cables go inside, so the cable go inside this. Where the belt go? I'm telling you guys, I am having a bit of an... So the belt is on the outside and those are stops for this. Okay, so now I confirmed that these are basically belt tensioners. They should be mounted somewhere like this. Okay, so this is my belt tensioner. Okay, that's easy enough. Now if I'm gonna add this, I don't think I'll have a hard time to actually drive the belt, so I can't do it now until everything else is in place. So they say take this cable here, which is this long cable, and try to route it in a gap. You can laugh at me, guys. You can totally laugh at me. There is a gap in here, but I don't know if I think it's this gap. So you have to do it like this. I don't know if you can see this, but we are putting that inside. So since belts go on the outside, then I can just start mounting the pieces. Come on. Alright. And I need to drag the cable on the other side. Which I kinda did, but I don't know if it's supposed to. I think this is supposed to be underneath it here. Oh, this is awkward. Right, it looks really nice, but it has awkward elements. You will test your patience and ability to route things down. This cable should go like on the inside, so you need to kind of pop it out. Be a good cable. Come. I like this. And then, and then I pushed it in. Honestly, this is harder than it looks. No, stay there, stay there, stay there. No, bloody hell. Okay, I've got it out. I know it's not on the camera, but I kind of got it out. Is this camera view for you okay, or should I just switch to the main one? Excuse me. So now that this cable is here, I can use the screw and secure this arm, and the screw went inside. Okay, I'm gonna use the second screw, and then we're gonna fish out the first screw. Now we have to recover our screw. It's here. You can hear it, right? Ah, that was easier than I thought. So we have a routed cable. Okay. So I guess we can do this from the other side, since the belts can be entered quite easily, and I don't have to worry about them, and they're on the outside. So that is the first step of working with ORTUR. Alright, okay. So now we can do belts and belt tensioning. So if we're gonna loop up the belt first through the loop on that side. So you have to make sure the belt is kind of proper orientation. Put it inside. Loop it like this. Then drag it to our tensioner. Alright. And then in the correct orientation, obviously. And then, while applying the pressure, just grab it a tiny little bit, and then I'm gonna try it. Come on, just grab this. Okay. So now I am going to try to put it maybe like this. Hopefully you're gonna have a good view of this. And then coffee so I don't spill it. And then I just have to drive this screw here. Just enough. We don't have to tension it just yet. I'm having second thoughts about this because it doesn't feel straight. This belt should be on the other side. I'm doing something. I think this should be on this side, but then the cable doesn't fit. Let's have a look. Yeah, I have these completely opposite. Bloody hell. See? I knew we were gonna have some fun, and I knew we were gonna have a problem removing the belt because of the tensioner. I hate when I'm right after I was wrong. Okay, let's do it again. Let's remove the tensioner. So yeah, it feels like this is the thing. It felt like I was doing the right thing, but I was not doing the right thing, and I need to now swap everything and drive this cable again, which is going to be fun. You all like to see me suffer, right? You love that. This is why you watch the channel. You just like to see me suffer. Ah. Alright. So those double grooves should be on the inside. Okay. So we still have to drive the cable like we did before, which is nice. Oh look, from this side you actually don't need to do all that weird thing because it doesn't have that. Okay. They thought about my problems. I didn't look at the instructions properly, and they thought about my problems. But then you're not here to watch someone following instructions, right? Okay. And the cable's pinched. There's one of the things I don't like it in here. It feels like the cable drag the cable as much as I can. You see, here's this thing that I don't like, right? Now, I don't know if it's because of that cable, but it just feels like there's this screw, you know, the alignment of this is so awkward. Okay, I think there is a third possibility. There is a third way of putting this cable in. There is this slight groove, and I think I should be doing this way, like that. On the other side, when I did that, you align perfectly, but on here, I think I need to drive it like this. Was that in the instructions? That is the question. So not really. the instructions don't really, they show you this thing, but they don't really. Okay, is that better? So the cable's on this side, and I should be just able to. No! Because this is blocking here, so it's definitely, I was doing it correct way. So I am now confused. So this is on the inside, and this is just doesn't want, because it feels like this way it kind of matches better, but it doesn't. The cable fits better though. Ah, okay. Maybe there is a way. You have to maybe drive the cable a little bit to the side like this. There is this little slot in here, which you can slide the cable in. Maybe that will help. Let's try that. How many times we tried so far? And let's orient the socket correctly, because I think that will matter later. So now I'm going to push the cable to the side as much as I can. Oh yeah, that's what you had to do. You had to push that cable to the side to make a nice fit. This is not well shown on the instructions, unfortunately. It'll save me a lot of time. Okay, now I know what I'm doing. So let's give it a little bit more torque on this, since I'm not going to be removing this anymore. That work. Now we can do the trick again with my belt, when we're gonna make sure that the belt is straight and doesn't have those annoying bits. But yeah, it seems straight. Let's loop it internally. Now I can loop it. Ah, okay. Now it's nice and where it's supposed to be. Let's drag it over to the belt tensioner, and let's add the belt tensioner, and we kind of done with this. There's a nice space for the belt tensioner screw. I like that bit, because it locks the nut in place and creates a bit of a easy spots to work with. Alright, let's tension this bad boy. Now we know what we're doing, guys. That's a progress. Tension slightly. There is another screw that is being used for tensioning. So I think it looks like this. Grab screw, if I am able to actually grab it. Can I drive it? For this we're gonna need an Allen key for sure, because I don't have enough access to use my ratchet. So now, if this is not tied properly, so you have to have a little bit of slack on that, then you use the grip screw and an Allen key to push this. This one. To push it out enough to tension the belt. Okay, maybe a little bit more. Right. And then, maybe a little bit less, because when I'm gonna finish with this, it will kind of straighten the belt as well. No, it's not a guitar level, but it doesn't have to be. we can move finally to the second one. Yay! That should be much quicker enough. So let's do this. First, what we should be doing is just put this one in and drive the screw in, right? So let's get the screw. There's no cable on this side. We are safe and secure and ready to go. So that's nice. Yeah, self-correcting the profile, so you don't have to align anything. It's nice. Now we have to put our belt, make sure it's the correct way around, loop it over the stepper inside, is synchronized somehow inside, probably electronically, get our tensioner, can actually drive a grip screw a little bit, so that's so difficult to take that. Prepare our grip screw. Alright, take our tensioner, align it. Okay, just a little bit, so we could actually use the Allen key, and now that goes relatively quick. After this, we can pop the gantry in. Okay, and that's enough. Like I said, don't tension it with the grip screw too much, because when you actually tighten this one, it will straighten itself and create a little bit more tension. Okay. Alright, now we can actually pop the gantry over. So this is the back and the gantry with lasers. It's like this, so let's make sure we're going to do it properly. So if this is our back, the laser wants to be this way, so we're popping this like that. Right. Come on. I know you want to get in. Oh, do not tell me this. So, the belt tensioners, they act as a hard stops. So if you see here, now we need to remove them, because otherwise we won't be able to drive the gantry in. Oh, okay, so we're just gonna gently remove them now. And try to keep so many things at the same time that need to go right. Okay, I hope the belt's not going to slip. I need to do it from both sides. I know this is as entertaining as watching the paint dry, but I'm doing my best. Yeah, please laugh at me. Yeah, this is why I'm doing this. This is it, quality entertainment. Right. You see, this is what I do. What I do on my channel is I make everyone feel extra smart, because they feel like they know what they're doing, and I don't. Okay, well, let's do it the correct way around, which is this way. See, now it slides in. Alright, we have it on. So now we can do the bets. Now, yeah, obviously it slipped, because of course it slipped. Now this is very interesting. There's just like a toothless, not toothless, like a gap where you can slide in your belt with teeth, and it's very easy to actually do, which I like it. So you do that, you push your belt into this machine like this, and then, alright, okay, we are getting there. It's fine. You want to be clever, ORTUR, with me, that's okay, you can be clever with me, I accept the fact that I'm not doing too well. So if you watch this video and then get yourself a ORTUR Master Laser 3, ORTUR Laser Master 3, or whatever the combination of that is, then you'll know exactly what not to do. See, I always worry that at work they're gonna see me doing this and failing, and there's like, we will never let you assemble any expensive robots again, ever again. Okay. Now this is nice. This is what it's supposed to be like, right? Huh? Let's I repeat this on the other side. No, you're not watching to learn from me. You're watching it, and then later on, when you get your own device, you're like, "That wasn't this hard. What he was talking about? It took me only 5 minutes. I do not understand why I wasted 20 minutes of my life on this task, on this video." So, yeah, basically that's what happens. So I have this one here. Now I'm trying to keep this kind of like. We should probably drive this before I attach this. We should probably drive it to a bottom. So we have. There you have it. Now we can attach the belt. So it's going to be parallel, which is important. Oh, come on, belt. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying not to move my gantry on one side or another, and trying to lock it in place by sliding it into this thing. Well, the gantry is parallel, so when it moves, it kind of moves together. Okay, now I need my second tensioner, and I am able to drop that in onto the position. Come on. Be a good tension. Be a good belt tensioner. Can I do this without basically getting everything on the floor? That's the question. Yeah, I have to undo the knot because I don't have enough clearance to adjust it, and I have to redo the knot. Push it into the slot, and then I can use my ratchety thingy to finish the job. Oh look, like I know what I'm doing now. There's some quality engineering on this channel. Nice. Okay. Honestly, we're nearly there, because all I had to do is just now attach the front. And we're living the dream, baby. We are living the dream. So let's put it in here. Let's get the front. Front only has 2 screws, which shouldn't be too complicated for such an advanced engineer like myself. We're gonna end up with some screws left, something tells me, which isn't convincing. Yeah. So those are just going to go here, and that goes on the top. Well, move mouse around, because otherwise I'll trigger something on the computer and kill the live stream. Get my, oh, there's no space for ratchet, so I need to get the ratchet out. Screwdriver. Grab it from one side, align it from the other side, like this. There's a cable in here which I should look out for, like this. And it goes on the inside, and then this, I hope it goes on the inside. Just managing stripping that, and then drive the last screw. So if you know what you're doing, it's not that bad. Now you know what you're doing, so it will take you much less effort to do this. And there is this connector in here, which we just have to plug in to this little Y motor. Nice. There's some extra wires that we have. They go from this connector. I don't know how they go yet. Okay. And there is another couple of wires here. And there's some zip ties which might be useful. And there's this is actually for air assist tubing, silicone tubing. That's what it was. So now we can actually pop a last bit of equipment. This actually looks nice. It's not too heavy. Let's pop in our laser bit. That goes just in that. And it has a screw on the side, which is probably one of those screws. Yeah. So there's a screw on the side in here. They could give you a bigger screw for that actually. So you could access it a little bit easier. It's too small. Come on, stay in place. Really? I feel like I'm bottoming out. I'm doing something wrong. No, this is... Yeah, so it should be pushing on the brake in here, right? There's like this strip in here which acts as a brake. I was trying to push against this. I feel like I'm bottoming out on this screw. And I'm not getting any leverage on the brake. Let's investigate. There's not much. I have only 2 screws like this left, and that's the only kind of idea what I can do with it. Is the other one longer? No. Do I have any other screws? No. You see, I've scratched in here enclosure, which kind of makes me feel this is not correct screw for the job. Well, I don't have any other screws in here. I might need a longer screw. Okay, let's see. This is a cable for my gantry. That's for sure. That's what I know. That goes like this, and that should be connected somewhere here, I think. Let's see. I don't see a connector, guys. Is it the other side? No. Okay. Honestly, guys, I don't know where's there's a cable management here system, but I don't know where to connect this cable. I don't see anything. This is awkward. Like, I have some I/O in here. Now, this is for the rotational one. This is USB and power. This is antenna. Is it on here? No, it can't be on here. Okay, let's consult the manual because I am stupid right now. Yeah, I've attached the belts to both sides of the gantry, so it's okay. It's been equal. Okay, let's figure out where the cable goes. Okay. So this cable doesn't go anywhere. This cable goes to this cable. So we have this cable, which is our main cable, which connects here. That's why I couldn't find it. So that main cable connects here and runs somewhere here like that. Right. We could manage this a little bit better, I think. Let's see how they manage the cables, because that's going to be important. So according to this, they're just using cable ties. So this uses cable ties from here to be kind of like, it can go all the way here, which is a long axis, right? Now that goes all the way like this and being connected somewhere here. So that's what we have. We can actually practically take two zip ties and make sure that cable doesn't go anywhere like that. Now two holes at the back, which we can utilize for that. I wish this was the only thing I wish right now this was managed a little bit better. I think they could do a little bit better job with this, because it will stick out like a sore thumb. I'm not going to squeeze the cables just yet. Just kind of make sure they are a little bit managed. So I do one step at a time, so it doesn't escape. So that cable stays here, right? We're gonna define our range in a moment. So this cable kind of just stays here, and that way allows us to drive the gantry back and forth all the way, right? So this is a midpoint. And this cable goes somewhere in here. Now the thick cable goes from here, and it kind of just, I guess, it just stays out because there's no other way. And we have our, this is our laser, which plugs into the laser cable, which is, now is it on the outside or underneath it? How do they want it to do this? They don't really tell you this really well. They show the cable extensions goes from the back, so I think it's being cable managed here. Okay, so that's how it works. So it is cable managed here. So let's take one of the cable management strip. Let's root it, loop it, and let's lock it in position. So that stays. I would keep it on the outside, so there's no chance of getting into the work. So that's what I'm going to do. Alright. So we can. Yep. Now there's one that goes to the stepper, which is this one. It's very easy to identify because nothing else matches. Come on, stepper. Eat this cable. Yeah, that's our stepper motor. Now there's a laser, Z, and C. Okay, so L, I guess it's for the laser. It looks similar. Now we have another small cable which was given to us, which is this one. This is a Y-axis. Now this is R, rotational axis, so I don't think we're using this one. Is there anything else we've been given in terms of cables? Or we just use the same cable for both? Let's see. That could Z-axis. We don't have a Z-axis, so you could have a Z-axis on this. And this is C. What is C for? Is it a compressor? Is that what it's for? Let's read this. Do we have any information about this? Pretty please. Ah, this is fun. This is fun. In the instructions they show you actually how to take this apart as well, so you know you can take apart on retention belts and stuff like that. So that's fair to them, but I don't have any information about this split. I'm just looking through the... Yeah, this guy doesn't have anything else attached. We have this motor connected. I assume this motor is connected already. So this is just for this. That is connected through the cable. Yeah, that's it. So this has to be for the Z if you have a, you know, a Z attachment for the Z axis, and C has to be for compressor, because I can't think about anything else on this. So yeah, I reckon we kind of done. There's a key, so you could start it like a cap. I wonder if alternator is working. Yeah, you can start it like a cap. Like, excellent. That's nice, because no one's going to be messing with you. And now we can do final cable management. So that's it. We're done, guys. We are done. So this can be like that. How much slack do we need? So if this goes back all the way, it's gonna affect everything we have in here. We need to make sure that this has enough slacking both ways, right? So I'd say, yeah, we can do something like that and keep it nice and neat. So let's start with this one. And let's do this one. Yeah, and now this should have a full range of motion. Yeah, there's plenty of cable left as well. Okay, let's get a snips. Hello, snips. I need you. I need to do your snipping. Just wait until I have to assemble the bigger laser cut. This is probably the most blunt snips I have. Honestly. Right. I'll clean up later, I promise. Alright, we're done. We are actually done. That's just some spares. This is white rotational cable. I don't have a rotational axis. Let me just clean up the tools and we'll be able to power it up and see if it explodes. That's exciting. Actually, we still have to figure out this, right? Because, like I said, these screws are too wide. They shouldn't, like, I already discarded the enclosure in here because that wasn't really fitted for purpose. Because it stops the screw before you actually press on it. This looks like M3. I might be able to find a longer M3, and I didn't use M3 on anything else. And I would assume they would give me a thumb screw for this. Let's have a look if they actually have a thumb screw for this or what. Because that screw was way too small to adjust manually. No, just it says a one thumb screw on here. Is there a thumb screw which I don't see somewhere here? No. Gonna remove the foil. I don't see a thumb screw anywhere here. It's not connected. I can do this. Don't do that, guys. If it's connected to power. No, I don't see the thumb screw, and I need them. So yeah, it's like I feel like we're missing the thumb screw. It's not a massive deal because these ones are too short, and I don't have anything else, and I don't think I've missed anything in the box. But I have a box of screws, of various screws, and I'm sure we're gonna find M3, which is a bit longer, and it's not. So let's do that. Let's get a proper screw. To double check this bag from yeah. So I have some screws in there. We might be able to find a longer one. Is that M3? It looks like M3. That is M3. grab my fancy screwdriver. Oh, I forgot about the antenna. Ah, see, that works nice. It's all sturdy and everything. And yeah, okay, well, I can live with that. We forgot about the wireless antenna. Look, I can talk to the internet, I can set up online, and I can let people engrave probably penises. Because that's what would happen if I let people engrave stuff. Ta-da! We are connected. Right, who wants to see this rolling and burning through my table? It's a cheap table, I won't cry. Right, let's clean this workstation and let's see if I can actually find some space to put this, because this table is too small for this, which is not ideal. Alright, come on, Dane. Cool. That has all Allen keys. Yes, those are my work sets, so I need to keep them. The rest of it, I don't care that much. There is a nice USB stick, tiny little bit thing. I can just plug it in. So on the side, there's a 3-2 screw side, and a free organizer for your bits. I'm going to keep. Okay, instructions. Who needs instructions anyway? And hey, hey! Look what I found! Look what I found! A thumb screw! Damn it. I knew there must be a better way of doing it. It's like all those money spent on this and they wouldn't leave it so awfully designed with the no screws in. No, you have a nice thumb screw and you can work with it. Yay! That's what I wanted. Thank you. All it took is just to go and look through components, right? Now I don't have a compressor, so air assist isn't connected, but I am air assist ready. This is where you would connect air assist. So, yay! Alright. According to my calculations, this thing is ready for action. I'm not ready for action, but this thing is. Now, how are we going to plant this? Because in any direction, this is bigger than my table. So I could have it like at this bit, alright? Okay, if I move my table forward, don't do it at home, then I'll be able to put this on the corner of my other table. This is so awkward. Okay, I need to kind of redesign everything now. I did not anticipate the size of this, so bear with me, guys. Let's move the camera a little bit. Something like this. Now, hello people. Now, if it goes well, because those two are very, come on, just move stuff up. Yeah. Those have very similar height. Not going to be ideal, but I'm not going to, I guess, make proper burns. But I'll be able to do something like this. Oh, look at that. Ugh! Yes! That's what I wanted. Just for the sake of posterity, I'm just gonna put this. That is much smaller than actually the bed. What is the bed size on this? Because that feels 40 by 40, and that feels much bigger. Let's get a power supply and let's get this bad boy connected. There's a UK plug, thank you very much. There's a data cable, thank you very much again. And there is a plug, the brick. What is the brick? The brick is, oh, it's fancy. It's like this fancy. The brick. What we have? 4 amps, 24 volts. Okay. Let's plug that in to the data cable. I'm sure you're all excited, just like me, to see this working. Hey camera, I'm here. camera, I'm here. Follow me. My output camera doesn't know what to do. Okay. I'm gonna reposition the camera in a second for the ORTUR machine as well. It would be awesome if it makes a car noises. So this is connected. Now let's give you a little bit better view. And I need to reposition my light. So, yeah, you can see we have a fair bit of space in here. Let's put a test piece on this. So, so that drives from here all the way to here. Actually, oh no, it's hitting this one. So yeah, this is a little bit smaller than actual movable Arya. I need to raise this because it's heating my stuff. Now let's give it a bit of a calibration. So you have to deploy the leg, lift this, rest it on the leg, and you close the leg and you calibrate it. That was simple and easy. I like that. Okay, so e-stop. Does it make car noises? Camera, don't freak out. Does it make car noises? That's the question. So you go from off to on and then you press power. You ready for this? Okay, it's red. It's homing. It's making noises. Now this is flashing different colors. I'm just gonna be ready just in case it starts to burn something. Now it would be nice to have a screen actually. You can connect the screen on this. Okay, is that a no, that's fine. Okay, so home itself, it didn't have any switches, so it uses sensorless homing, that's for sure. So if I remove this, can I turn it off now if I like accidental off? As soon as I pressed, there was a sound of the car launching outside. That was quite funny. I don't know if the microphone picked it up. Okay, so you have to have a key to actually turn it off. Yeah, that's nice because no accidental stops and stuff like that. Can I turn it on? No. Okay, so the key works correctly. You hold it for a couple of seconds and then it does its own thing. Now I just need to figure out what is the beeping. Is that because the internet isn't connected or something? Is that why you're complaining? There's the cable. So let's take a look at the cable. Surprisingly, this is not USB-B, it's USB-A to USB-A cable, which is not something that is usually present on those machines, right? Oh, that beeping is annoying. I don't know why it's beeping. Should we consult instruction manual? Why ORTUR beeping is annoying? Brace for impact. I've got the new codes, guys. I've got the new codes. There's a second guy just somewhere with another ORTUR just doing this. It stopped beeping. I didn't do anything yet. Okay, ORTUR. Why you beep at me? In French. I don't know what you... Can you beep at me in English? Ah, okay. So, indicator state. Red, green flash. What we have? Ready. Sir. Blinking blue, blinking white. Sleep cycle. Emergency stop. Power lock status 25% brightness red. Idle status green. Wi-Fi connection connecting orange. Wi-Fi success. connecting orange. So this has different colors, like it's blinking green and 2 blinks green. Green steady on. Red, green, blue flash alternately. White flashing 200, white, white. When booting, long press 500 milliseconds. I don't see this. Orange, blue, AP connected purple. He has an AP mode, so you can set up AP mode. Yellow, cyan, red, always on survivors can be similar. Yellow, blue, purple. Red, green, and blue. I don't have any blue. I just have a red. Okay. Well, it's talking to me, and I'm trying to talk to it back, but we don't share the same language, apparently. So I'm just going to remove the USB stick. Maybe that's why it was beeping and it didn't like the stick. Let's connect it to my my lovely computer. Make sure I disconnect the stuff I can disconnect. It's connected to my computer. Should we just kind of get in like here? I have Lightburn. I'm pretty sure I had a Lightburn installed in here. This thing says I don't have a Lightburn installed. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Okay. Lightburn. I have a license for it actually, so. Online store download trial before the 64 version. Thank you very much. It's good to have a good internet, right? It's Wi-Fi or Bluetooth? Well, actually, good question. Should we just like try with the Bluetooth? Or maybe there's an AP point created. At this point, I honestly don't know what I'm doing. So I'm just checking if there's an AP point created. Okay, I don't see the AP point created yet. I'm just installing the Lightburn. And I need to recover my license key. Some drivers. Yes, thank you. Okay, no access. Okay, right, so I couldn't move the Lightburn into the Arya without triggering. My license has expired. Great, thank you. Find my laser. Sorry guys, you can't see it and I can't move it until I go through all the windows, which is annoying. Scanning for connected devices. Well, the device is definitely connected. Okay, it discovered a serial device on USB. ORTUR Master 3. What's the dimensions in millimeters? So that's, let's go 4000 by 4000. Yeah, okay. Okay, now I can move it finally. Sorry about it. Now you can see it. Okay, so I have a device on COM8, I think, ORTUR Master 3. So does it mean I can just like move it already, or do you have to home it? I pressed the home. Now I remember there was a case when I had to add the device and disable something. It didn't like something. ORTUR Master devices, let's go. There was the homing thing it didn't like. Import, make default, finalize, create manually. Can I just like edit this? Okay, I think the homing was the bit that I needed. Where was the moving? I could jog it. I haven't used the console camera variable text. Where's my... They used to have those arrows you can just move stuff. Laser Explorer app, I haven't used that. File what we have in here. Tools, select, arrange, laser tools. Start wizard, calibrate, focus test, material, window, preview. File list, move. Ah, that's what I wanted. Yeah, I found it. Ah, it moves! Ah, let's show you. Yay, and now I'm home it. It's alive, guys! We can burn! Now there's another thing I could enable. It's like this laser preview stuff, right? Where was that? Now that's where you were doing like a outline frame. You could select in your frame the laser power, and that's what I wanted to do. So I think it was somewhere in the settings. It's been ages since I used this software actually. Arrange, tools, edit, settings. So in settings you had beginner mode, field, reduce motion, use dark background system, rotary cylinder, show work, Arya, center cross. There was this setting. File. Should I go to like machine setting instead? Device settings maybe. Auto home on Starfire, Swice, and the DTR signal. Go move service can enable laser fire button. That's what I wanted. And laser on with framing. That's what I wanted. Auto bonds. Okay. Right. Okay. So now I have a fire. I can set it to like 2%, and I'm visibly gonna see it, which means you're gonna put the goggles on. And now I can take a simple shape, right, and I can frame this. Smooth stuff that can set itself on fire. And if I frame it, we should be able to see the laser. Right, then I have to select the catalyst. Move. Alarm during the jog state. Push power button 5 times in a row to enable light. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's beeping at me now. You broke it. Ecot, you have broke it. So let's see if it created an AP point. It doesn't show me anything in terms of college. I mean, I have a goggles on, so I can't see it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You can see it. See, huh? It's here. I can see ORTUR Master. I can connect to it. Hey, what's the password? Does it say the password? And let's refer the manual. Self-destruct? No, it's not in the self-destruct mode yet. I still have, it's once you remove the keys. Okay, there's a user manual in the stick. That's why we should be doing. I should be using this. Do I have any spare ports I can disconnect? What is this? This is a card. I can disconnect the card reader. Alright. We gotta have manuals, guys. So. Ah, look at that. We have tutorial, installation manual, tutorial, videos. We have all sorts of stuff. Look at this. Improvements, read me. Okay, let's read me. Greetings. Okay, nothing important. Improvements to the that matter. Okay. Reference table. Operation tutorial. Tutorial software. What we have. App. We have an app. Ooh. We could go how to configure Wi-Fi access from a local network. Ah, look at that. We have stuff in here that we can. There is an app. Let's go. Oh, look at that. So, app icon. What is it called? Laser Explorer. Should we go for it? Let's go for it, guys. It's called Laser Explorer. Laser Explorer. Yeah, it is. Look at that. See, there is a Laser Explorer. Is the app name AP name? No, it's a master ORTUR Master 3. So AOM3, I think it was. But we have an app homepage. Ooh, it's actually pretty cool looking stuff. So Panda, let's go. Create an account. Really? Okay, third party login. Sign up. Can I use a third party to sign up? No. So what's the point? Let's go back. No, I need to create an account. So yeah, sign up. My email. My password. Sign up. Please read and agree terms and conditions. I will read the agreed terms and conditions. Of course I would. Save passwords to Google. Yes. Okay, let's log in. Remember me. Prompt. Your app stability, please enable notification and add to whitelist. Okay. Do not remind me again. Cancel. Grant. Yes. Okay, device not connected. Let's connect a network. Searching for device. Okay, so I need to press it 5 times, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, we are looking for the device right now. And it has like definitions. So you have a ORTUR Master. Add manually. Okay, so I need to be connected already to my network. I don't think I can do in the AP mode. So okay, we're gonna find. So this is how it looks like basically. We went all through this and that. So do we have a password here, device? Yeah, I need to. So OLM3 AP in the number. That's your thing. Okay, I'm just looking for the password right now. Apparently you add your Wi-Fi information during the setup, it pushes over to the device. Yes, but you need to connect it because it is secured IP, so I can't connect to it. It's not open, I need a password. So let's see what manual is saying on here. I'm sure there is a manual. Software for computer, light burn. Oh, look at this, you have everything. I have any information here? No. Hoping for a quick password. Okay, so it's gonna be manual in 10 languages. Manual in English, please. Zoom this in a little bit. So yeah, okay. Yeah. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Is that the password? Should we try it? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Connect. Is it connect? Hold on. Obtaining IP address. No, let's not spoil the fun just yet. Come on, give me IP address. Stop beeping, so I might be on expired right now. Yeah, I think it's just 1 2 3 4 5. So let's make sure. It's beeping at me, so. Yeah, connected on 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So now I can refresh and hopefully I'll be able to add the device. Or do I have to go to the browser thing? I'm using like a manual scanning thing in a machine. Laser Master 3. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Next. Okay. That should flash in some what colors? Everything is black and white now. Green, blue. So please power on the state. Press power in 5 times in a row. So that's what I did. Right. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay. The color lights have flashed. Next step. Let's go. Right, now I'm trying to connect to it, so hopefully it'll do this trick. So I'm kind of on this step right now, somewhere here. I've selected the device like they are advised in here, and I'm just trying to connect to it. There is a web control. The user and password, I don't have the credentials for that. Is the app finished? No, the app's still mulling with this. I was able to load the web interface from the AP, so if you connect to the AP, you can just go to the gateway address and you can load that. But the app's supposed to be doing this. Okay, let's go together. I don't think this is, I did this wrong, so I'm just going back to this step when I have to fill in your password. I think you just you use it like any smart device, you enter your credentials, so for your Wi-Fi. Let me quickly do this, and then password. And then 2 3 4 5, and let's go. Hopefully that will work. If not, that will require some troubleshoot. some coffee because I'm losing my voice. This is beeping at me. Stop beeping at me. It's still connect device prompt. Come on, you little monster. Is it because I have a USB port connected? Maybe that's why. Maybe it doesn't do both at the same time. But it had a... Okay, do I have an admin information? I'll try to do it via... via admin page. Okay, it's nothing here. The app is not connecting right now. Alright. What I'm going to do, I'm going to connect back to my network, 2G network, because I was constantly connected to the app. Maybe it didn't like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, since I'm connected to my Wi-Fi, hopefully it will switch over to the ORTUR one and then push the configuration. It's not switching over to the configuration yet. I mean, my colors aren't the same, so that's one of the things. It is enabled and the e-stop isn't enabled. I don't have the same colors that the app requires me to have. That is the concerning bit. I don't know if you can hear, there's lots of geese right now just flying over. They're very, very... yeah, you can connect a compressor. So this in here, you have a 4mm tubing in here that you can plug in. The head is already enabled for the compressor. So you just plug it in and you can control the compressor from this connector. It's like a 3-pin connector. Yeah, it is on a 2.4 hertz. Gigahertz even. Okay, let's put it bluntly. Screw the app for now. I'm just going to make sure I can do framing and I can do a small burn, just to make sure everything is fine. So let's go here to my thingy and let's try to frame stuff. So I have this square in here. So that's where do I cut layers? Yeah, show air, like I don't need a show, yes. So I should be G-code locked out during alarm or jog state. Is it because there's some bits in here that shouldn't be there? So let's switch over the view and let's try to frame this. G-code locked out during alarm or jog state. I don't have move from 0. No, it's still the same. I can't even jog it now, so manually. So it moved here. Can I frame stuff? No. So it gave me this information here. So message this to unlock. Okay, let's. Okay, that doesn't make sense. What else do I have to do in here? There's something obvious I'm missing, and I'm aware of it. Can I still move it? It's a massive delay on the move. Should I be like selecting GPU or something higher? Okay, let's maybe try this one. Serial. Okay, let's see if that made a difference. Hey Holmes, can I frame this? G-code logged out during jog state. Ah, we're gonna Google that. So what the Google says, the homing song enabled in your settings, disable it. I disabled it. Okay. Still the same message. But I'm pretty sure my homing is disabled, right? So I have it on this one next. Yeah, USB, auto home, disabled. Finish. Is there anything? Okay. No. I am confused right now. Huh. Clear origin. We try to send laser, or just okay. We have a new. No. Everyone's googling. Come on, 10 people now googling. Whoever's gonna find it first. Okay. From user origin, absolute. Okay, so I'm kind of close because I have a different. And let's see, how about now? Locked out. How about absolute coordinates? Locked out. How about we're gonna home it? Frame it now. No. Set origin. No. User. Set origin. This is my life. This is honestly my life most of the time. I'm sure there is a Google page that's gonna tell me what to do. With 3D printers, I actually don't have that many problems, and with ORTUR with limit switches, I didn't have much problems. I know that I had issues with at first with the earlier one that I reviewed, which was says sensorless or limit switchless. But all I had to do is just disable the move. Clear origin. G-code logged out during alarm or jog state. What is he complaining about, honestly? Get position, set origin, frame it. G code motion targets 6 machine travel. Is it because I have defined? So it indicates that this. Oh! So this position, right? This is in millimeters, right? I hope at least it is in millimeters. You know, when I was defining the bed size, maybe I've messed up. So this is 40 centimeters by 40 centimeters. I'm not being silly, right? This is millimeters. That's basically by. Hold on a second. Or is it just 10? 400. 400 millimeters by 400 millimeters. That's what he's complaining about. Ah, that's why I should have. So now, when I'm going to home it, and I'm going to draw myself a nice circle, let's call it. And now we can go to move, set origin, I guess, and frame it. No? We can move it, right? No, we can't move it. User origin, home it. Still something's missing. Clear origin. Let's clear the origin. Frame it. Start from user origin. Start from current position. It should be current position because it's here, right? And it shows where it is. But still. Go to origin. So that's the origin in here as well. This is the start of the job position here. So move from machine 0. Let's disable this. I do not understand what he wants from me. Your current position is home. Not the position of the work. Yeah, it's the red here, right? This is starting position from the job, the green one. This is my current position and it should be home. So I have this one here. So when I go to move, now I can move it, right? Yeah. So everything works fine. This is not updating, which worries me. Start from user origin, absolute coordinates. Let's see. Oh! Ha 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 ha! Ha ha! Ah, look at that! I'll put the glasses on. Yes! No. Obviously, I'm only running 2%, so it's like. So this is working. It's quite loud actually. So we can now burn something really quick, like a text. Okay, so just going to check. And I'll open the window for this. Power 20. Yeah, let's go with power 20, let's see what happens. Okay, 20 is not enough. We will be editing this. 2. It's quick, I give it that, it's quick. But we need to put it at 100 because it was very quick. Okay, let's give it a go again. This is 6,000 millimeters a second. I'm gonna need another pass. No, let's slow it down a tiny little bit to like 3,000. .221 gigawatts. Yes, that's what I set it to. I can smell the wood. The window's open, so it's fine. It's just the wood, so it's nothing toxic. So this is the third time I'm running the same pattern. It looks really clean. Right. I don't know if you can see this. Let's see. I'm trying. It looks a little bit better. I have a really bad light for this. Trying to get. I guess you can kind of read it, but it's really clean and nice and thin. I like the laser. So this is so basically this is like 3,000 at 100. This is very fast. Now let's see if I can kind of. I know they're probably gonna destroy alignments right now, but just going to do a fill. Now fill's gonna take ages. It's got a line, but I'm going to run it in 1000. That's actually about a half mil off on right now. I'm just going to close the door behind me because that's going to generate all that smoke. So it's relatively loud. It's not something you want to have in your room. You probably want to have it somewhere a little bit further down. I hope it comes across quite well. But still, really nice, actually, line. I like the line. And I think this fan generates a little bit of cooling down force, so it's not burning, it's not smoking a lot, it's quite clean cut. That should be more visible. Obviously, to get everything working, you need to kind of practice a little bit with material to nail the settings. It's a new laser, so my previous ones weren't as strong as this one, so I cannot ballpark it. But this is a good speed for lettering on the surface. I'll show you now. Now should be a little bit more visible. Why do I have such a problem focusing my camera? Oh, let's see. That should be better. Ah, there you go. You see? That's not too bad. Can I do like a zoom in for you guys? Just bear in mind this is like my 4th pass, and I moved the work around, so you can see, especially on a little bit on S, that the lines aren't perfectly aligned, but double lines. But this is because of I moved the material. It's not because of the laser. So yeah, it works. And to figure out obviously the what they called Wi-Fi and everything, but I'm gonna do it on my own time. Right, I'm gonna wrap this up. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me for this. If you like what you see so far, then obviously, you know, I've linked everything in the, what's it called, on the website. So not my website, this website. There's a link to this, and you can consider this. It looks really cool. It's relatively easy to assemble if you follow the instructions, unlike me. And yeah, it's looking really sturdy. I like it. And I'll figure out the Wi-Fi, and hopefully that's going to be one less wire to run. You can connect to your internet, and then you can stream the data that way. So yeah, you could have it in garage, and as long as you kind of have an enclosure and prevent yourself from burning your house down. But so far, yeah, I'm actually quite impressed. The fact that you can run the air assist so easily, just plug the air hose in here and just run it from compressor and control. The compressor of him is quite nice, and you can have a Z axis as well. So yeah, it's a capable machine. I like what I see so far. More in-depth review is gonna be soon, so if you're interested in that, you know where to find me. I don't have to teach you either. So thanks a lot for helping me out and staying with me. I know sometimes it's like watching the paint dry, but it's the nature of live stream, right? Let's the world is safe, no nuclear disasters. Right, until the next time, guys, and enjoy your evening. Bye.